First off, thank you so much for the wonderful invite. And ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம் நான் present பண்ணிக்கிறேன். And
So Hasini, officially that's a red carpet welcome to you onto the
thank you
stage.
so much. Red carpets, I've been to shows like நிறைய போனதில்ல பார்த்துருக்கேன், but virtual red carpet, that's something innovative and as well. And அதுல நான் இருக்கேன் அப்படின்ற போது it's more special. So thank you so much. And yeah, and we are honored. The first step, that's to be a part of Startup Grind Kanyakumari's Kids Conclave. So hope to do more like this. So that's one thing which I wish for. First step, start on the main aim is to inspire and motivate children, and finally I can see that is happening through positive ways. So adikaga thank you, and thank you to all of the supporters as well. Geeta Jeevan Arts and Science College, and also Arogyana Academy of Schools, thank you so much, and other sponsors as well. I don't miss one, so sorry. So yeah, now a quick introduction கொடுத்திருந்தேன், even though it's mentioned introduction there. But yeah, I'm 13. I recently turned 13. I'm 13 years old. I'm an 8th grader. நான் செட்டிநாடு வித்யாசிரமில் படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன் in Chennai. And என்னை பற்றி சொல்லணும்னா, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a teen entrepreneur. First step அப்படின்ற ஒரு non-profit organization நடத்திட்டு இருக்கேன், which is where we basically, அதாவது me including a team of 12 children, we aim to inspire and motivate and empower children. And I started off interviewing young achievers. இது வரைக்கும் ஒரு 60+ interviews பண்ணியிருக்கேன். And apart from this, we launched a new website wherein people can read our blogs, see our videos, and also some more other inspirational content published பண்ணிட்டு. So this is about what we're doing currently. So first step ஆரம்பிச்சு 1 year on that's on my birthday, not on my birthday, appaoda birthday, that's 15th of July. We celebrated our 1 year anniversary by launching a new series called The World of Seven Lines. So World of Seven Lines enna appdi pathina, I guess inge most of you are familiar with what Tirukural is, correct? Ena we all from most of us appdi solla nenikiren come from Tamil Nadu, at least we are raised in Tamil Nadu. தெரியாதவங்களுக்கு I'll try to explain. So Tirukural அப்படின்றது ஒரு sentence or ஒரு term which has only 7 lines, I mean 7 words, கரெக்டா? ஒரு திருக்குறளுக்கு 7 வார்த்தை தான். அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய குறள்கள் இருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த 7 வார்த்தை ஒரு பர்சனோட மைண்ட் செட் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிருக்கலாம், கரெக்டா? ஸோ அதே மாதிரி வெறும் 7 லைன் வச்சு எப்படி ஒரு பர்சனுக்கு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் கொண்டு வரலாம் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சோம். ஸோ இதுதான் இனிஷியல் ஐடியாவா இருந்தது. பட் 7 அப்படின்றது ஒரு சிக்னிஃபிகண்ட் நம்பர் இல்லையா? 7 wonders of the world, 7 rivers, 7 walls, இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கு. Even 7 is the Dhoni, you can say, right? 7 symbolizes Dhoni as well, Dhoniயோட நம்பர். So இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கு. So 7 is a significant number, so we also wanted to make that. So World of Seven Lines is another thing which we do. And என்னை பத்தி சொல்லணும்னா அவ்வளவுதான். அண்ட் எனக்கு ஆர்ட்ஸ்னா ரொம்ப இஷ்டம். So that's about me, and I've been awarded a few awards, which includes Teen Pioneer Award and Young Achiever Award by Dreamcatchers, and also Young Achiever Award by my school. So that's another thing. So yeah, and I've been part of several events as well. என்னை பத்தி சொல்லணும்னா இப்போதைக்கு இருப்பதா. And I aim to inspire children. That's my main motto. And I'm a public speaker and a writer for the Hindu School edition, and I'm a TED speaker. So without இன்னும் போர் அடிக்காம, let me move on to my session. So in the session is entitled under the first step matters, and you will know why. Okay. So எப்பவுமே நான் வந்து ஒரு cute ஸ்டோரியோட ஆரம்பிப்பேன். ஸோ அந்த ஸ்டோரி சொல்லி இன்னைக்கும் நான் ஆரம்பிக்க போகிறேன். But adukku munnadi I want to say something, which is creativity is a flower you will got to let grow. Correct? Creativity, அதாவது மெயினா சில்ட்ரன்ல கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி அப்படின்றது நேச்சுரலா இருக்கிற ஒரு விஷயம். அதுவும் சைல்ட்ஹுட்ல தான் அவங்களால அதை நிறைய எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ண முடியும். So I first of thank Startup Grind Kanyakumari for organizing such an event where Meena, children and a lot more other people can know about and get inspired. So creativity வளர வளர passion உண்டாகும். Passion வளர வளர once you go, get into the field, of course you will become successful one day. So yeah, and the note order, let's start up with the story now. So இது ஒரு question first off. So என்ன question அப்படின்னா, okay, this is I pretty much share this anywhere. So யாருக்காவது தெரிஞ்சதுன்னா you're open to answer, but yeah, I'll go on. There are 5 frogs sitting on a lily pad. அதாவது 5 frogs வந்து ஒரு lily padல உட்கார்ந்துருக்கு. அதுல ஒரு frog வந்து அந்த lily padல இருந்து குதிக்க வந்து டிசைட் பண்ணுது. ஓகே, தண்ணிக்குள்ள குதிக்க. So இப்போ என் question என்னன்னா, if you can tell me how many of the frogs are still sitting on the lily pad? This is my question. So you can either answer in the chat, because I don't think you are allowed to unmute your mics. So chat probably you can answer. யாருக்காச்சும் answer தெரியலனா கூட பரவாயில்ல, just give it a try.
So you can drop your answers to in chat box. Please எல்லாரும் உங்க answers வந்து chat boxல போடலாம். Unmute பண்ணி கூட நீங்க like if you have an answer, quickly to unmute and say you கூட unmute பண்ணி கூட நீங்க சொல்லிக்கலாம். ஆஸ்க் இந்த क्वेश्चन திருப்பி கேட்டா கூட நல்லா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
கேக்குறேன். கரெக்ட். 5 frogs, அதாவது 5 frogs is sitting on a lily pad. ஒரு இலையில உட்கார்ந்திருக்கு. சோ அதுல இருந்து ஒரே ஒரு தவக்கலை மட்டும் தண்ணிக்குள்ள குதிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு டிசைட் பண்ணுது. இப்போ என் क्वेश्चन என்னன்னா, இன்னும் எவ்வளவு frogs வந்து அந்த lily padல உட்கார்ந்திருக்கு அப்படின்னு. So தெரிஞ்சவங்க தெரியாதவங்க கூட you are most welcome to answer, because எவ்வளோ அது okay, not 5 but 5. Participants, okay, I'll tell you the probably I'll wait. Okay, I call upon Muthu Salvi, if you can. Why do you say it's 5? ஏன் 5 அப்படின்னு நீங்க நினைக்கிறீங்க? Okay, I'll tell you the right answer. It is 5. ஏன் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கலாம், because it's normally when you take mathsல வந்து 5 frog இருக்கு, ஒன்னு வெள்ள குதிச்சுனா 5 minus 1, which is 4 obviously, but reality என்னன்னா it's only 5. ஏன்னு சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா, see, every morning I do wake up, I decide to do something. Decide பண்றேன், but by end of the evening I never finish to do it, because I never took an initiative to do it. So the same works in life as well, and the same happened in the frog situation as well. அது டிசைட் தான் பண்ணிச்சே தவிர, but it never jumped into the water. So the same thing works in every single person's life, right? So நம்ம வந்து ஒரு விஷயம் நடக்கணும்னு நினைச்சோம்னா அது நடக்காது. நம்ம பண்ணணும், நம்ம வந்து பண்ண ஒரு ஸ்டெப் எடுத்தாதான் அது நடக்கும். So I always say that everything happens not when you decide to do something, but when you actually take an initiative to move forward. So it's not about thinking to take that step, but it's about taking that single step, which is going to lead you towards your success later on in your future. So in the cute note, I want to start my talk, which is called The First Step Matters. Okay. So yeah, first step இது என்னோட YouTube So if you want to look over more interviews and about young achievers, நீங்க போய் பார்க்கலாம். So அதுதான். And just to mention, I started off YouTube in 2020 lockdownல. So meena இப்போவும் schools open ஆக போகுதுதான், but still you can find time. So lockdown wiser use பண்ணுங்க. That's what I want to say before. Lockdown first 2 months, if I can mention, நானும் வந்து என்ஜாய் பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருந்தேன். லைக் ஒரு புது ஹாலிடே மாதிரி, சம்மர் ஹாலிடேஸ் மாதிரி. ஏன்னா அப்ப எனக்கு ஸ்கூல் கிடையாது. இட்ஸ் ஒன்லி லைக் வீடியோஸ் போஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, we can see it, which I never did. நான் ஒரு வீடியோ கூட பார்க்கல. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸஸ் ஸ்டார்ட்டே ஆச்சு. ஸோ அந்த டைம்ல வந்து I watched literally every single Netflix series or anything you can name. ஸோ ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல எனக்கே போர் அடிச்சிருச்சு. ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை, என்ன நம்ம ரொம்ப டைம் வேஸ்ட் பண்றோமா அப்படின்னு உங்களுக்கே ரியலைஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ டைம் இஸ் சம்திங் விச் யூ கான் லெட் க்ரோ. அது உங்களுக்காக வெயிட் பண்ணாது. த சேம் டைம் யூ கேன் ஆல்சோ probably not waste it. At some point you'll also feel that it is very precious, and let me tell you why. Okay, first step that to initiating it at a young age is important. Abdina childhood abindra ஒரு டைம்ல தான் you can literally experience anything you want to. Okay va, creativity நிறைய இருக்கும், ideas நிறைய இருக்கும். Of course ஒரு 25 to 20, 22 in the age of most of the everybody gets into jobs and stuff. So on the time la you can become successful still, but on the experience or getting into a new field, on the experience you won't have. So இப்ப பண்ற ஒரு விஷயம் உங்களுக்கு லேட்டரா வந்து எப்படி ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும்னு நம்மளுக்கு தெரியாது. So yeah, that's one thing which I want to mention before I get started. And as I mentioned, COVID la da I started my journey, or whatever I can say, public speaking and getting into entrepreneurship itself. So that's just a simple slide of that. And before I move on further, the first step, that's mantra solnum update, I want to probably share that as well. Yeah, Abdina, this is not only the first steps mantra, this also applies to, probably you can mention, everybody's journey, every successful person's journey. So everything starts off with that first dream which you have, right? Now, for example, I say I want to become an entrepreneur. That's my dream. So the first step is about your first dream. The first step is about believing in yourself. You start putting that single belief in yourself. Then you take an initiative. Then you get your first compliment, which you'll accept with grace. That single appreciation which you'll have in mind forever. So the first step is about accepting your first compliment with grace. Then once you become successful, a lot of people might encourage you, which from where you will extract all of your positive energy. நிறைய பேர் appreciation blessings நால உங்களுக்கே ஒரு positive vibe feel ஆகும். And that's why I say the first step is about attracting positive energies from the cosmos, which is the people. And it's about encouraging others with your stories. So this last line which I mentioned here is only because நம்ம வந்து லைஃப்ல ஏதாவது பண்ணோம்னா there is always somebody who's going to look up to us. Okay, there is always somebody who might take you as an inspiration, who might follow you. நீங்க தப்பு பண்ணாலும் சரி, ரைட்டா பண்ணாலும் சரி, there is somebody to follow you, right? So always remember that you got to do something not only for yourself but also for the next generation to get inspired by you, right? So that's why I say it's about encouraging others with your stories. So this is not only the first step mantra, but also about the general, if you can take the first step, is all about that. And yeah, I'll be talking about first step matters. Okay, so first step abindrathu that's I mentioned creativity, right? So creativity is a flower you got to let grow, and mainly at a young age, it's very important, as that's when you can experience every single scenario you want to do. And இன்னைக்கு maina we have supportive parents to encourage us. It, probably many more associations, but even if we don't, we have technology which probably can support us, social media which can promote all of our initiatives. So children having so much facilities, and they can probably use all of these instead of just wasting them. So that's about it. And before I can move on further, now and I'll also talk about challenges and failures which anybody can overcome. So I always say success is 99% failures. அது ஏன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரிய வரும். And some success principles வச்சிருக்கேன். Yeah. So any successful person கிட்ட போய் நம்ம கேட்டோம் அப்படின்னா ஒரு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் நம்ம இப்போ for example I say I look up to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam அப்படின்ட்டு கண்டிப்பா அவரு வந்து மிசைல் மேன் ஆஃப் இந்தியா நிறைய சேலஞ்சஸ் கோ த்ரூ பண்ணிருப்பாரு, நிறைய ஃபெயிலியர்ஸ் கோ த்ரூ பண்ணிருப்பாரு. அண்ட் அவருக்கு அப்படின்ற ஒரு சப்போர்ட் கிடையாது. ஹீ கேம் அப் ஆன் ஹிஸ் ஓன், ரைட்? ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பர்சன் இங்க இருக்கிற எல்லாருக்குமே அது நடக்கும். ஓகேவா? ஸோ நான் வந்து இங்க எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது நான் பீப்புள் சொல்லி பேசினதுதான் சொல்ல போறேன். So don't judge me that I'm experienced. Disclaimer, I'm still learning. I will be learning and forever. So this is the USF, so which is called the ultimate success formula, which I'll be talking on. So every time we all plan our goals first. Sorry about that. So yeah, first எப்பவுமே நம்ம எல்லாருமே நம்ம கோல்ஸ் பிளான் பண்ணணும், கரெக்டா? கோல்ஸ்னா நான் இப்போ ஒரு ரியல் லைஃப் சிச்சுவேஷன் இல்லாம இங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுனால நம்ம எல்லாமே எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ற ஒரு சினாரியோ இருக்கிறேன். தட் இஸ் டு ஸ்கோர் குட் இன் எக்ஸாம்ஸ். ஓகேவா? ஸோ எனக்கு இப்போ என் கோல் வந்து இஸ் டு ஸ்கோர் a centum in my maths exam. Okay. For example, ஓகேவா, இந்த டேர்ம் நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றதுக்காக, ஸோ தட்ஸ் மை கோல். நான் செட் பண்ணிட்டேன். அடுத்து நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா என் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸ் பிளான் பண்ணுவேன். ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸ் அப்படின்னா ஐடியா ஒரு பிளான் டு அச்சீவ் தட் கோல். ஸோ இப்போ என் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி என்னன்னா டு ஸ்டடி ஆர் ஒர்க் அவுட் 1 hours ஆஃப் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ். ஓகேவா? டெய்லியும் 1 hour படிக்கணும் அப்படின்ட்டு நான் செட் பண்றேன். திஸ் இஸ் மை ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜி டு அச்சீவ் அ சென்டம் இன் மை மேத்ஸ் எக்ஸாம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா நெக்ஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம் எழுதுவேன். ஒரு டெய்லியும் 1 மணி நேரம் படிச்சுட்டு then I write my exam and then I get my results. Okay, now if I get a centum in my maths exam, then it's a success, correct? But if not, what do? I give blames, excuses and complaints, correct? First time na thotu poren, that's first time I didn't get a centum. நான் blame பண்ண ஆரம்பிப்பேன். Probably saying that one day I had to go for a marriage, so I couldn't work out. The classes are happening online, so எனக்கு வந்து concept புரியல. Or probably I literally complained that the network wasn't strong, so I didn't give the right answer. I didn't have quite time. So இந்த மாதிரி பண்ண ஆரம்பிப்பேன், கரெக்டா? But the second time I again want to score centum in my maths exam. Again, this time I change my strategy to 2 hours. 1 hour ku badla 2 hours. I double up the time. Thirumbi padichittu I take action and I get the result. If now I get a centum in my maths exam, then it's a success. But if not, I say try, which is TRY. That's the second set of people say TRY. You already have failed 2 times, correct? So now you know that this is going to happen again, correct? So again you plan your goals, that's to get a centum in your maths exam. Now you change the timings again to 4 hours, for example. திரும்பி action எடுப்பீங்க, திரும்பி you get your results. If now it is, probably successful, now if the result is equal to your goal, then it's a success. But if not, what you will say? There are no failures, only feedbacks. That's the third set of people say there are no failures, only feedbacks. Only because failures doesn't mean that necessarily you have to stop or தோத்து போயிட்டீங்கன்னா it doesn't mean you will succeed further on. It's a new learning because failures are something where you could learn a lot more with your success. நான் அதை பத்தி தனியா பேசுறேன் because I have a whole detailed slide on that, so wait for it. And now what you do is change strategy, take your action and get your result, and ultimately your result will be successful. The same applies to life as well. இதே மாதிரி தான் every time நம்ம first நம்ம goal plan பண்ணி plan our strategies, then we take our action and we get our result. So it's similar. And so never give up, as you probably just fail. And on the term there are no failures, only feedbacks, பத்தி நான் தனியா பேசுறேன், so wait for that. And now I'll be talking on few common challenges, அதாவது challenges which everybody would face in life. So these are 7 challenges which I mentioned. Parkraf அப்படின்ற ஒரு accessible term create பண்ணிருக்கேன், which is an acronym and also a palindrome. Palindrome அப்படின்னா even if you spell it the other way around, that's opposite ல இருந்து படிச்சாலும் it will be the same. So F, first letter, which stands for facing criticism. So criticism அப்படின்றது necessarily it's not a bad thing, right? Criticism எனக்கு as a social influencer, okay, எனக்கு I didn't get so many criticism, but 1 or 2 கண்டிப்பா வந்திருக்கு, which is about criticizing the way I spell a word or probably my pronunciation. But that it is helpful for me to correct myself. But sometimes criticism is way too critical or close to heart or personal for you to take. So under scenarios la just take it and let it out. Tamil inda kaalla vaanga andha kaalla அப்படி சொல்வாங்க. So அதே மாதிரி தான் it is something which everybody goes through, and social influencer இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து criticism, they make criticism, it's because they've closely noticed what you're doing. So yeah, that's another thing. Second letter, A, which stands for acceptance. So this applies to everything again. Everybody, they don't accept us in the very first hours of our life. Okay, நம்ம வந்து எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ ஒர்க் பண்ணி நம்ம எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ நம்மளாலையும் முடியும்னு ப்ரூவ் பண்றேனோ அப்பதான் நம்மளுக்கு நிறைய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸும் வரும், நிறைய பீப்புள் நம்மளை ஏத்துக்கவும் செய்வாங்க. So எனக்கு எப்படின்னா when I started the association, right, many people weren't ready to get featured in the channel. But இப்போ if I can say most of the people, that's 95 or more than that, they are ready to accept our invitation. Because if I can say again, I prove myself that it is also possible for a child to do, and that's the only reason they are accepting my invitation. So yeah, that's also another challenge. Adutha letter vandu R, which is reaching out to new subscribers. Ennoda case la who can have to reaching out to new people. So this is not only fame, but also your initiative or whatever you're doing, which is going to reach out to a next level. So இத பத்தி சொல்லணும்னா it's an ongoing process. Just ensure that you keep your audience engaged. Next letter is C. That's continuing the motivation. Okay va? So எப்பவுமே so எப்பவுமே வந்து motivation is something which everybody of us lack on. So ஏன் அப்படின்னா motivation அப்படின்றது எல்லாருக்குமே இருக்கிற ஒரு விஷயம். பட் இந்த மாதிரி கிரிட்டிசிசம்னாலேயோ மேபி நம்மளுக்கு நிறைய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் கிடைக்காததுனாலயோ நம்ம வந்து அதை கிவ் அப் பண்ணிடுறோம். கரெக்டா? சோ இப்பதான் வந்து அந்த மோட்டிவேஷன் கீழ குறையும். பட் நீங்க அல்டிமேட்லி அந்த சேலஞ்சஸ் எல்லாம் ஓவர் கம் பண்ணும்போது this ultimately happens, so don't worry at all. And yeah, just ensure that you sustain your motivation for every single video, or in my case, okay va, or every single step you take. Next letter வந்து R, reviving stress. Getting stress அப்படின்றது is a common thing, but childrenக்கு அவ்வளவு ஈஸியா ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் ஆக கூடாது, but sometimes you definitely would get stressed. Okay, so அந்த டைம்ல do what you like doing. For example, எனக்கு வந்து மியூசிக் கேட்கறது ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும், ஆர்ட்ஸ் பண்றது ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். These all give me happiness, so நான் அது பண்ணுவேன். So in those case do that. Otherwise probably, you know, do whatever you like just so you can, you know, pull away all of the stress. So that's the fifth letter. And sixth one, the age barrier. Age is just a number, okay va. Success achieve panna age barrier irukka koodadu, because you know, sadhika vayassu mukkiyam alla appdi solvaanga. So that's exactly what it means. Age is just a number. And age criteria which நிறைய பேர் criticize பண்ணலாம். Even if you're too young or too old, people would. So it's just another influence which is going to distract you. So just don't take it way too personal. Financial challenges, very very common challenge, if I can say, because yeah, அப்படினா you know, if anybody, they would probably start off with whatever they have. That's, yeah, Rajesh, you want to say something?
Maybe unfortunate.
Sorry about that. Yeah, if you want to ask something, you can please wait. We have something called Q&A at the end, so that time we can talk. Sorry for that. So yeah, financial challenges. So either one is also another common thing. Anybody, they have to start their journey with whatever they are available with. But initially, நம்மளோட empire, நம்மளோட own you know, kingdom develop பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்க நம்மளுக்கு இந்த sponsors or supporters or நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு ஆர்மியை develop ஆகலாம். So everything happens with your actions, so always remember that. And yeah, that's about first graph. And I'll be talking about there are no failures, only feedback. I always say that every successful person would have faced failures, and that's the only reason they're being successful. See, நம்ம தோத்துட்டோம்னா people say we are a step behind, ஒரு step பின்னாடி இருக்கும், but actually we are a step ahead, ஒரு step முன்னாடி இருக்கும். Let me tell you why. தோக்கும் போதுதான் every person learns, right? நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், என்ன பண்ணக்கூடாது, கரெக்டா பண்றோமா தப்பா பண்றோமா, இப்படி பண்ணணும் அப்படி பண்ணணும்னு தோக்கும் போதுதான் கத்துக்க முடியும். So தோத்துட்டோம்னு never give up or stop you know, in between. And remember that if you are going to stop, then நீங்க இவ்வளவு நாள் பண்ணது அந்த initiative full-ஆ it's going to go to waste, right? So நீங்க பண்ண ஹார்ட் ஒர்க்கா இருக்கட்டும், நீங்க அந்த you know, அந்த வேலைக்கு பண்ண அட்டென்ஷன், டைம் எல்லாமே வேஸ்ட் ஆயிடும். ஸோ அதான் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. See, failure is a feedback, it's a new learning, right? So life is a learning process as well as successes. So you got to learn in every single possible minute, cherish moments. So yeah, there are no failures, only feedbacks. And in the statement of proof panna, I want to share a very inspirational and a close to heart story of mine about the you know, inventor of KFC, Kentucky's Fried Chicken, which is Colonel Sanders. So if you're wondering who he is, yeah, as I mentioned, he's the founder of KFC, Kentucky's Fried Chicken. So இவரோட ஸ்டோரி எப்படின்னா, he's born in a no background family. He was thrown out of the house. அவங்க அம்மா, you know, the whole family he only serves. So இவருக்கு வந்து குக்கிங், அதாவது you know, being a chef அப்படின்றது ஒரு passion, but that was never possible. So what he had to do is he had to do odd jobs like picking up the curry எடுக்கிறது, then like selling tires, இந்த மாதிரி வேலை பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாரு. இதுக்கப்புறம் தான் வந்து அவருக்கு ஒரு ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ல ஒரு பெர்மனன்ட் ஜாப் கிடைக்குது as a chef and as a dishwasher. So இப்படிதான் KFC ஸ்டார்ட் ஆச்சு, Kentucky's Fried Chicken. In the age of 57ல தான் அவர் வந்து KFC ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றாரு. இதுக்கப்புறம் என்னன்னா இந்த இப்படிதான் அந்த ஃப்ரைட் சிக்கன் ரெசிபியும் பார்ன் ஆச்சு. ஓகேவா? சோ இந்த ஃப்ரைட் சிக்கன் ரெசிபியை இன்னும் ப்ரமோட் பண்றதுக்கு இவரு வந்து ஒரு நிறைய ஒரு 1000+ ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ஸ்க்கு டிராவல் பண்ணி ஸ்பாட்ல குக் பண்ணி கொடுத்து இத வந்து உங்களால உங்க ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ல செல் பண்ணி ப்ரமோட் பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்னு கேக்குறாரு. நிறைய பேர் வந்து இல்ல 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 சொல்லிட்டே வராங்க. சோ அந்த கவுண்ட் என்னன்னா ஒரு 1000+ ரெஸ்டாரண்ட்ஸ் வந்து இவரோட ரெசிபியை வந்து நெக்லெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அப்பயும் அவர் விட்டு கொடுக்கல. 1000+ restaurants in the chicken recipe, that's the fried chicken which most of us would like today, was neglected 1000+ times. And finally ஒரு restaurant owner வந்து இத செல் பண்ண முடிவு பண்றாரு. So by end of that year more than 600+ restaurants were selling this recipe. That's the reach ultimately. So இப்போ அவருக்கு இருக்கிற அந்த கொஞ்சம் சேவிங்ஸ் வச்சு அவர் ஒரு புது ரெஸ்டாரண்ட், ஒரு நல்ல லுக்கிங் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட் கட்டுறாரு. அது இப்பயும் ஸ்டாப் ஆகல, இன்னும் வளர்ச்சி ரீச் ஆகுது. தென் அதுக்கப்புறம் KFC now is in the hand of Yum Brands. Yum Brands அப்படின்றது என்னன்னா it's how do I say the Coke, Fanta அந்த பெவரேஜஸ்லாம் சிக்கன் கூட ஆட் பண்றது. So அது Yum Brands is in the hand of Yum Brands. And KFC is the 6th largest food chains in the world, and also it has about 25,000 outlets across the world as of 2020-2021 Kingdom record எடுக்கலாம். So that's about it. Just imagine, age is just a number. அவரு விட்டு கொடுக்கல because he had a unique mindset that his recipes were unique. He knew that he will become successful and he had put so many efforts into it. Correct? So ஆயிரம் வாட்டி தோத்து போனாலும் he still didn't give up. Correct? So always remember there are no failures, only feedback. In the story Nila I can share many more which includes Thomas Alva Edison, the inventor of bulb. So there is one well said quote which he mentioned. Success is about 99% of failure. Let me tell you, he found the bulb 10,000 times he tried to do it. So when the reporters asked him about this fact, he told, I learned how not to invent a bulb 999 times. So he invented the bulb 1,000 times, and he told the reporters that I knew how not to invent a bulb 999 times. So in the story applicable. And Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda. So in the story பத்தி சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா ஹோண்டா அவர் வந்து ஒரு இன்ஜின் கண்டுபிடிச்சாரு. So in the one second I'll tell you that story clearly with all of the dates also. So in the story is also very very close to my heart and inspirational. Let me tell you why. So 1938ல வந்து அவரு ஒரு லேபரா வந்து டே அண்ட் நைட் ஒர்க் பண்றாரு. ஸோ அவரோட ஜர்னி இங்கதான் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது. ஒர்க் பண்ணி ஒரு பிஸ்டன் ரிங் அப்படின்ட்டு ஒரு இது வந்து இன்ஜின் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறாரு. ஓகேவா? ஒரு கான்செப்ட் ஆஃப் பிஸ்டன் ரிங். ஸோ தென் அவருக்கு வந்து கல்யாணம் ஆகி அவரோட ஒய்ஃபோட ஜுவல்லரிய பான் பண்ணி அந்த ஒர்க்கிங் கேபிட்டல் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறாரு. ஸோ ஒர்க்கிங் கேபிட்டல் வந்து இன்னும் இங்க வந்து அந்த இன்ஜின் அந்த வாயர்ஸ்க்கு அந்த அதெல்லாம் ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்ண ஒரு ப்ராபப்ளி ஒரு கான்செப்ட் இருக்கு. பட் அத மெட்டீரியலா கொண்டு வரணும்ல. ஸோ தட்ஸ் த ஒர்க்கிங் கேபிட்டல். அண்ட் ஃபைனலி ஹி டெவலப்ஸ் அ டிசைன். ஸோ ஒரு டிசைன் பண்ணி டொயோட்டாக்கு போறாரு. ஸோ அப்ப வந்து பிஃபோர் ஹோண்டா டொயோட்டா வாஸ் அ எக்ஸிஸ்டிங் கார் கம்பெனி. ஸோ டொயோட்டால போனோனையும் பேசி இதெல்லாம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்றாரு. ஒன்லி டு பி டோல்ட் தட் his ring did not meet their standards. அது ஒரு சீப்பான மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் ஆர் வாட் எவர் வாஸ் அவைலபிள் அதை வச்சு கிரியேட் பண்ண ரிங்னால அவங்களோட ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸை வந்து ரீச் பண்ணலன்னு சொல்லி அசிங்கப்படுத்தி they sent him back. But he refused to give up. Rather than focusing on his failures, he continued working hard towards his goal. தோட்ட டோன்னு நினைக்கிறத விட அந்த கான்செப்டை டெவலப் பண்ண அவரு சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லாக தான் அவர் கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்றாரு. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பண்றாரு அப்படின்னா இந்த டைம்குள்ளதான் வந்து ஜாப்பனீஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் வாஸ் கியரிங் அப் ஃபார் த வார். ஸோ இது வந்து 19th ஏர்லி 19th நடந்ததுனால அப்ப அந்த வார் அதெல்லாம் நடந்தது. ஸோ கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து ஜாப்பனீஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் வந்து வார்க்காக கியர் அப் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ அப்பதான் வந்து சொய்ச்சிரோ ஹோண்டா ஒரு ஃபேக்டரி கட்டியிருப்பாரு அந்த பிஸ்டன் ரிங் டெவலப் பண்றதுக்காக. பட் என்ன ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் வந்து ஷார்ட்டா இருந்துச்சு கரெக்டா. ஸோ he didn't find quite materials which was needed. Still he would not quit. He invented a new concept again and the factory was built. Anusha, right? Okay, I'll probably move on. So அப்போ என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா வார்னால the factory was bombed twice. So factory போயிடுச்சு again and also திரும்பி factory கட்டுறாரு. You all know that Japan is known for earthquakes obviously. So ஒரு earthquake வந்து திரும்பி ஃபேக்டரி உடைஞ்சு போகுது. அப்புறம் என்ன பண்றாரு அப்படின்னா ஒரு டைனி இன்ஜின் வந்து ஒரு பைசைக்கிளுக்கு அட்டாச் பண்றாரு. தென் இந்த மாடலை வந்து இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ண காசு இல்லன்ற காரணத்துல he writes a letter to 5,000 plus companies in order to give him some fund so that he can raise his an inspirational letter எழுதுறாரு. ஸோ அதுல கொஞ்சம் பேர் வந்து இவருக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்றாங்க. அந்த காசை வச்சு இஸ் பில்டிங் an engine. ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் வந்து he finally builds the engine called the Super Cub. ஓகேவா. ஸோ இதுக்கு பேர் தான் engine. And Honda he begins to expand and export his bicycle engines to Europe and America. So அந்த டைம்ல வந்து இதுதான் these two countries are known for bikes and probably others. And 1970s there was another gas shortage. So gas அதாவது அப்பெல்லாம் வந்து it's not petrols, ஓகேவா. It's another thing which influence vehicles. So gas shortage இந்த டைம்ல இவரே வந்து அமெரிக்கா and ஒரு automotive fashion turned into small cars. ஒரு new trend as he invented small cars. So this is another thing. And again Honda he now goes with the trend as well. And he expertise and now in அப்போ வந்து small engines அப்படின்றது it was something very innovative. So first அதை invent பண்ணது is Soichiro Honda. And then that has been not been seen in few years. அதுக்கப்புறம் today இந்த Honda association எவ்வளவு சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கு அப்படின்னா it has employs over 1 million people and is one of the largest automobile companies. So he once said success is 99% failures. So that's the same, okay va. So it's not about failures, it's about you learning. So learning is always fun and exciting. So always accept it with a great smile. So yeah. With that, I'll probably finish my talk as we're running short of time. In the மாதிரி நிறைய stories இருக்கு. I can keep talking about them, but time shortage, that's another thing. So last term, I'll finish with this. How many of you feel that you're gifted? நிறைய பேர் கண்டிப்பா we will say that we are gifted. I'm sure everybody would agree to this. But reality அப்படின்றது என்னன்னா, we are the same people who blame. எனக்கு இது கிடைக்கல, எனக்கு அது கிடைக்கல, I don't have a good phone, I don't have a good desktop, I don't have good clothes to wear, I don't have good food to eat, I need this, I need that, right? Every single day. But just think about it. Even 10% of the people in this world are not able to experience the same. Okay? So feel that you're gifted for whatever you've given. Be thankful to God. And just to refer to this, think about the COVID period. So எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச knowledge வச்சு COVID-19க்கு oxygen is the treatment. So oxygen, it is a freely available resource which helps us, the humans, to live, and also other creatures, plants, animals, any organism probably. So in the freely available oxygen breathe பண்றதுக்கு அது ஒரு ட்ரீட்மெண்டா எடுக்கிறதுக்கு a person who's affected due to COVID has to stay in hospital for about a week or something in isolation, and he's paying 7 to 8 lakhs just to stay in hospital, or probably less or more than that. Price na solala, that's the amount. Just because it's freely available, we humans are misusing it. Not only oxygen, trees, the water, even the education which we have provided, and everything. So be thankful that we have so many stuff with us. We have good parents to support us, good loved ones, our family, friends, peers, to help us, to show some mercy on us. We have good educators, teachers to probably educate us on the field of education. We have so many associations like Startup Grind to inspire, motivate us, and probably our friends, family too can support us. We get good food, we get good good clothes to wear, good water to drink. So feel thankful and gifted for that every single day. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'll share some quotes before I can sign off. There are no failures, only feedback, remember. As I mentioned already. Secondly, I'll say choices have consequences. Because always remember, even you make the right choice or the wrong choice, you will be the only person who's going to face the consequence. Only because the right choice might lead you towards happy ending. But if you're going to make a wrong decision, you are going to be the person who's going to face the bad end, or the probably the consequence, as I mentioned. So always remember that. Then I say past is not equal to future. It doesn't mean if you're failed in your past, you can't succeed in your future. So ஒரு வாட்டி maths examல சென்டம் வாங்கல தோத்து போயிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா, it doesn't mean you will not get a centum in future. Not only in this scenario, but it also applicable to life as well. And for things to change, I must change first. Of course, in the pandemic, again, online classes நடக்குது. Online classes-நால என்னால examல mark வாங்க முடியலன்னு நம்ம சொல்ல முடியாதுல்ல. Adopt yourself into the situation. You change first to study, and then ultimately things will change. Greatest failure in life is not participating 100%. So that is the greatest failure or foolishness which you can do. Please don't do something as your probably amma appa sonnadnala or vishayam pannadinga, or probably வேற ஒருத்தருக்காக அந்த விஷயம் பண்ணாதீங்க. உங்களுக்காக பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுக்கு தோணுச்சுன்னு பண்ணுங்க, அண்ட் உங்களுக்கு ஹாப்பினஸ் கொடுக்குற விஷயம் பண்ணுங்க. கரெக்டா? So that only leads you towards 100% effort or participation. 100% போடலைன்னா கண்டிப்பா the result is not going to be that great. So always remember the first step matters, either on the moon or on the earth. Taking that single step towards your dream is really, really important. And that to initiating that at a young age is most important. And also one more thing which I probably want to mention is like, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and fly up high in order to reach your heights, to all of those young minds out there. And today's dream might become tomorrow's reality one day. So always give your best from your end. Keep inspiring, keep motivating other children. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hasini. Thank you so much. It is like, listening to you is absolute pleasure. It's great, அப்படி ஒரு கல்பனா சாவ்லாவோட ஒரு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷனல் டாக் மாதிரி கூட இருந்துச்சு ஹாசினி.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
Now that's how you look, why you were in most wanted Tamil Nadu. Like, it seems like you're listening to someone or ஒரு inspiring another person. Great, Hasni. Thank you so much. And we have Prasiddhi. I think Prasiddhi is also joined. Dilip, you want to say something or some? If anybody has a question, please make sure that you post your questions in the chat box. So that it, and also there's an exclusive Q&A. Towards the end of the session, there will be a Q&A. So hope, I think only Prasiddhi, after Prasiddhi, I think Akshat is not here. So probably I think we will go for Q&A once this is done. Once Prasiddhi's talk is done, I think we'll go for Q&A. Dilip, you want to ask something to Hasini?
So Hasini, it was again a great privilege for us, I can say. Younger by age, but really you were inspired many of our professors, because we all are sitting in one room and we are listening to the professors of the institution, and we are continuously talking about you only. That's what I have switched off the camera and we were talking about you, that how meticulously she was planning everything, the way that she comes up, that the mode of delivery in which she was presenting to the audience. It was really amazing. So keep up like how you ask us to inspire others, and keep up that same momentum, you too, and you start inspiring the rest other people. And we need people like you people, the young age, like Prasiddhi, you, and the rest others who will shine in the coming days, and at the same time who will also be an igniting factor for the rest other people to come up in their life. So it was again a great blessing for Geeta Jeevan Arts and Science College in particular, and Startup Grind Kanyakumari as a large. So it was again a great platform, I hope so. So probably most of the college undergraduate program students are there joined with us. So it is again a great inspiration for them too. So thank you very much, Hasini. Keep up the same momentum. Thank you. Thank you. And we welcome Prasiddhi too.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure and honor being here. And now we welcome Prasiddhi Singh, who is the founder of the Fruit Forest Foundation.
Yeah, I have a welcome for Prasiddhi also.
Hi. Yeah, sir.
Yeah, I have a welcome for Prasiddhi also. Alden, you want to add something, Alden? If you're here, you want to add something? Yeah, before that, let me introduce. So Prasiddhi Patti, just going with welcome. So this is Prasiddhi Singh. She is a little fruit forest creator. Prasiddhi is on a mission to plant about 1 lakh fruit trees in government schools and public places to provide fresh fruits to everyone. And she's done something very amazing. India Book of Records, Asia Book of Records. It's not stopping there. Prasiddhi is the youngest, what we say. She have received the highest civilian award of India, Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. That's the highest civilian award, like Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan, being given to people above 18 years of age. They will be awarded with Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan, and the people below 18 years of age, they will be provided with Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. And the Prasiddhi Singh is the one who received the highest civilian honor of the nation. and he has been greeted by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Honorable former President of India, and and also recently when Prasiddhi have caught limelight of most of the youngsters in Tamil Nadu, that when Ari of Big Boss, when Ari was tweeting about the Prasiddhi, that's how Prasiddhi got an attention from most of the people, most young people out there. On behalf of on behalf of Startup Run Kanyakumari, along with Hasini, first let me welcome Prasiddhi Singh onto the stage. So Prasiddhi is also she is the ambassador for Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme. So Prasiddhi, on behalf of Startup Grand Kanyakumari, we extend a hearty privilege, extreme privilege to host you. We extend a warm welcome to you, Namaste, and also on behalf of the associate partner of this event, First Step Hasini, and also the partners of this event, ROKNA Academy, CBAC School, Geeta Jeevan College of Arts and Science, Lenshot, and Periyar University Business Incubation Confederation. We extend a warm welcome onto the stage. Welcome onto the virtual stage. Go ahead, Prasiddhi.
Thank you so much. So, thank you so much, Startup Grind, for giving me this opportunity to connect with all of you. And and thank you so much, Rahul Anna, for giving such a generous introduction. So now, before I begin with my presentation and my journey, I'd like to share you a small video about what I do and who I am. Is it audible?
I have a dream to create fruit forest at school and make a kids army to feed squirrels, birds, butterflies, and also give fresh fruits to everyone. The total of biodiversity is immense, which is a good because the more biodiversity, the more secure all life on Earth is, including us.
So this was about my journey and who I am and what I do. And I'm also the youngest keynote speaker at the Harvard Model United Nations India. And these are a few press coverages of mine. And I'm also featured in Wikipedia. And my foundation, the Prasiddhi Forest Foundation, even organizes social internships to empower the upcoming social entrepreneurs in 6 diverse social projects. Well, now you all might be wondering, I have so many different recognitions and accolades. Now you'll think for an 8-year-old girl, this is almost impossible, but it is possible with the 5 steps to be a social entrepreneur. This is my secret mantra about how I became a social entrepreneur. And today I'll share it with all of you. Well, the 5 steps are: be motivated, stay updated, explore your talent, stay strong and take action, and collaborate. The first step is be motivated. Motivation. So the first step, which is motivation, is very important and crucial. In this step, you have to find your motivation to get started with your own journey. And you must not start with your journey just because someone else is pushing you to do something, but because it is coming from your heart and because you feel that it is the need of the hour. My biggest motivation was nature. Trees, bees, and seas. Trees taught me never to give up. When we cut the tree down, it again tries to grow up. It never gives up. Bees taught me to collaborate. When the bee pollinates the flower and the flower gives nectar to the bee, they collaborate with with one another. And seas taught me to celebrate. Either it is low tide or high tide, they are always celebrating with their waves and enjoying themselves. I feel an unconditional bond with nature. So the place where I stay, which is Mahindra World City, is a green place full of birds, butterflies, trees, and I always get connected with nature over there. But in 2016, when Vardha cyclone hit the shore of Tamil Nadu, I saw trees falling down. I felt like they are crying, asking for help. I saw birds and squirrels running for shelter, and I could understand their pain. So I decided to do something for them. And I started participating in several plantation drives for 2 good years. And in 2018, I took my own mission of planting 1 lakh trees at the age of 6. I have a goal, I have a mission, and I have the thought to do something for the society. And similarly, you also have to find your motivation, make your goal, find your mission, and have the thought to do something good. Now, this leads us to step 2, which is stay updated. Well, it is important that we make our hands dirty in the soil of knowledge. Because once I have my goal, I have to start reading on it, understanding, connecting with experts. We all have to do that at this time. And it is critical that we do this, because until we not have knowledge, until we not be aware about it, we'll have a lot of problems. And then right now we are in a transforming world where so many things are happening every minute. And we have to be updated with whatever is happening at every time, because unless we are not updated, we will not be able to get coped up with the generations. So, or else we'll be outdated, I'd say. So it's important always to be updated. So what I started doing is that I saw that I required an official foundation. So I launched Prasiddhi Forest Foundation. And After launching my foundation, I had so many questions in my mind. Where will I plant? What will I plant? And what will it mainly benefactor? So since I had the right information, I started collecting, reading, and understanding. I was able to solve my questions. So I decided to plant in government schools, as there the children can take care and they can also get the connection with nature. The second is, what will I plant? So I decided to plant fruit trees and native trees, because have you ever seen any birds or squirrels swiping their credit card at the grocery store for fruits? But no, right? But then their biggest food source are fruit trees, and their biggest habitat are native trees. So I started planting the fruit trees and native trees to enhance biodiversity. Well, after this, once I was clear with all my answers, I started reading, learning, and I saw that from the past 50 years, our activities have dramatically reduced biodiversity across the globe. We've snuffed out habitats, reduced population of wild animals by 60%. We have driven whole species extinct. The number of lions in Africa has dropped by 65%. The number of individual flying insects in Europe, bluefin tuna in the Pacific, has dropped by 95%. And after reading all this, I felt that no, I have to do something for them, because we are also an equal ecosystem, and the cause there will even do the effect to us. So we have to be strong and create the ecosystem even more strong. So I started with my phase of connecting with the government school headmasters and headmistresses. At that time, I was a 6-year-old girl going to them, asking for land, and that too to plant trees. Can you imagine what would have happened at that time? Well, since I had the right information, I knew what I'm going to do. And so I explained the principal of the school, the government school, that why I'm doing this. And they also understood my point. And so together we joined and collaborated, and they gave me land to plant trees. Now, after doing all this, when I came to the the first step was motivation to find my goal. The second step was to stay updated, to start reading about it. And the third step is explore your talent. In this step, now, when it comes to the implementation phase, I realized that I do not have funds to organize my first plantation. At that time, I didn't have any degree, neither did I have any money. All I had was the passion and determination in myself. And it is the most important thing. And since I had the passion and talent, I started using my talent to do what I want. Well, similarly, you must also do. For example, if someone is good in art, then they must put up an exhibition stall to raise awareness, to raise funds. If someone is good in words, then they must organize a debate to raise awareness. If someone is good in baking, then they must put up a bakery stall to raise funds. We have to use our talent to get what we want. And that's what I did. I started selling grow kits, bookmarks, paper pencils, and I even participated in several campaigns to raise funds and awareness about my plantation. It was not at all easy to convince them. But you remember, in the second step, I had the right information and I was always determined. And believe me, I failed so many times, but for success, there is failure all part of the game. In COVID, when I was not able to go outside, I even started conducting several national and international sessions by connecting with students globally. I even conducted yoga sessions and to raise funds through that, to make people aware. And since I'm also Mantra Dikshit from Padma Bhushan Swami Niranjananand Saraswati Paramans, I all learned yoga from there, and I started telling people about yoga and raised funds and awareness. And then through art, I went up my new initiative of Art for Trees, where I make people aware about my cause through that. Well, so like this, I did all this. You can use any other talent which is there in yourself to get what you want. So the three steps till now was motivation, stay updated, and explore your talent. Now you'll, after doing all the hard work, you'll still feel that you're not able to reach up to mark, or you're not able to go to that level. And many times you'll still feel that there's something missing and you'll fail at that time. But then for the fourth step comes to rescue, which is stay strong and take action, which makes you strong at that time. At this position, you have two choices. Even I had that. One is that you just give up and say, hey, I at least tried, by giving an excuse. The another one is the part of failures and learnings, but you will be successful. I choose the path of success. And at this time, I started thinking about, so I realized that I am not able to get enough funds to organize my first plantation. So at this time, I started listing down for what things I required funds and where I can find a substitute. So I saw that with the enough funds I have, I can do a few activities. And for saplings, I felt that, okay, I can do something. So one line came in my mind at that time. It isn't enough to think outside of the box. We must learn to act outside of the box. And talking is not enough. Thinking is not enough. We even have to act and start implementing the things, because we can always talk that we can do that, we can do this, but when we'll start implementing, we'll get the true thing. And I believe in taking action. So I saw that alone it will be really difficult for me. But then together, if I can join with my friends, then the change can be even more bigger. And so I didn't give up. I told my friends about this. I convinced them. They understood my point, and I created my eco army, with whom I collect seeds door to door. And I even created my community nursery, where I plant the seeds, make them into saplings, and then I plant them in the forest. So till now, I've created 3 community nurseries, and one is in my own school, one is with the farmers and villagers, and another is a community nursery with my own eco-eye. So in the farmers community nursery, I have hired 2 farmers, given them all facilities to create the nursery, and they support me. So the greenhouse, and the saplings and all. So they take care of the saplings, and together we've collaborated. Then once I was all set, I started with the pit preparation before my plantation. And definitely a big thank you to the Akkas, Annas, gardeners and farmers who always supported me before the plantation, in the plantation, and after the plantation. So you should also always remember your backbone, the people who supported you to reach till your level. And like this, I did 1 plantation, 2 plantations, 3, 4, more, and there are many more and many more to come in the future. And like this, successfully, I've created 16 fruit forests and planted 18,000 plus trees. Now, a real entrepreneur always amplifies the impact. A real entrepreneur. The step collaborate is about that, where we have to guide the people who are on their path of becoming, who want to become an impact creator, who wants to become an entrepreneur. Because while several plantations, I saw that people have that love, care, and compassion towards nature. They want to do something, but they're not able to understand how to start or how to begin with their journey. And believe me, collaboration is the key to reach heights. So I started making the people aware about why I do this, for what reason. So especially these students about it, because I felt that we students are going to be the future generation. And we might just be 25% or 1/4 of the population now, but we are 100% the future. So wherever I did my plantation, I always made them aware about why we are doing this. And so I made students aware, I made villagers aware, I made different corporates aware. I even participated in different campaigns to make them aware about it so that they can take their own initiatives too. And in COVID, I started conducting global workshops. In fact, with all the child homes, I started connecting because I felt that they might be alone. So I took fun learning sessions on nature, all the children in the ashrams and child homes. And so I started taking sessions for corporates, clubs, societies, and my work is also aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals 2030. And now across the globe, I have 16,000 plus change makers who are a part of my eco army and who support me in creating the impact. So these were the 5 steps to be a social entrepreneur. Be motivated, stay updated, explore your talent, stay strong and take action, and collaborate. And along with this, showing gratitude to the people is also very important. That you smile to someone, appreciate them, encourage the people who are on their path to become a social entrepreneur. These might just be small steps, but this is very important for all of us because these small steps only make the big impact. And as a token of gratitude, I'd like to plant a tree on behalf of all of you who has participated in today's session. And so you can fill this form and send it to me. So you can scan this barcode and I'll even share the link in chat so that I'll plant it on behalf of you.
Yes, Prasidhi, can you share the link in the chat box? So
yeah,
that...
once I conclude, I'll share.
Yeah.
And so before I conclude, I'd like to say that success is from walking from failure to failure. So success is from walking to failure without no loss of determination and no loss of enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasidhi.
Just one small thing I forgot to say. And if you have any idea and are interested in environment and different activities, then you can DM me on Prasiddhi Forest on the social media handles. And you can we'd love to encourage you to join us and do something for the community.
Thank you, Prasiddhi. Thank you so much for that wonderful gesture. Definitely, a lot of people would have been really inspired, and they wanted all to plant. And just request you to drop a chat box. So when you are coming to Kanyakumari, probably in another 2 months for climate action talks, what we'll do is we are planning for a mass tree plantation in Kanyakumari district. Post saving this mother earth nature, and thank you so much for being such an inspiration for all of us around here. We learn a lot from climate. We learn a lot from this planet. We wanted to make it this planet so green, but how many of you are taking steps to make it green? So Prasidh, you're one among those who take steps to make this planet green. Thank you so much for that. And Dilip, you have something to add, Dilip sir? You wanted something to talk, or Aldrin sir, you wanted to talk something? So if not, I think Akshat have also joined. So Prasidhi, I will request you to wait for another couple of minutes also, so that before we close, we have a quick panel with 3 of you, a couple of 2 rapid fire questions, and then we'll just 2 questions, just 2 rapid fire questions, and we'll take some Q&A from audience also.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hasini, I think Akshat have joined. Akshat. Welcome, Akshat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the
I have a quick video for you, just to welcome you on to the panel. Here we go. Want to quickly welcome you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Akshat Jagan Mogan. He is young author, co-head of India and assistant editor of 100K Deeds Challenge. So on behalf of Startup Grind Kanyakumari, let me extend a warm welcome to Akshat Jagan Mogan onto the virtual stage. Thank you, Akshat, for joining.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
So, Akshat, do you have a presentation, or I will bring you to the panel?
Yes, I do have a presentation with me, so I'll just present that.
Yes.
Just a second. Hopefully you can see both me and the presentation.
Yes, Akshat, I'll just spotlight you for everyone.
Okay.
Now you are visible.
Okay,
The
that's
screen is visible. Perfect.
Okay, great. So, hello everybody. Greetings. My name is Akshat Jagan Mohan. I am an author. My book's name is Itala Tea Party, Murder Mystery, and I'm a blogger too. I write in a blog called Confessions of a Story Addict. I am the co-head of India and also an assistant editor at 100K Deeds Challenge, which is a campaign run by an organization called Mon Impact. I'll explain a little bit more on that later in the presentation. Also, I am the chief editing officer at The First Step, which is run by a fellow panelist, Hasini Lakshminarayan. So I'd like to, briefly talk about my journey until now as a young author and as a part of The First Step and a part of Mon Impact. I would like to talk a little bit about my journey on these platforms. First of all, I'd like to establish that I used to love stories. It's how I've been reading stories since The time that I can, the first time that I can remember, I love reading mythological stories of India. I especially love Amar Chitra Katha stories. To all of you, to those who don't know what Amar Chitra Katha is, it's basically a company that writes comics, and the comics are basically all mostly Indian stories, Indian mythological stories, revolutionaries of India, and lots of witty stories. All those, all kinds of stories are part of Amar Chitra Katha's books, and they're all in the form of comic books. So I love those. And I generally like reading, but I love listening to the stories from someone else's, present. If someone's present in front of me, they're telling a story, I'm all ears every time. So I love doing all those things, and they're all related to stories. And that's probably how my journey started. And for the past few days, when I was asked by Startup Grind to talk about my journey, I've been thinking about the very, very first time that I even started telling a story. It was probably I remember it being a time when I was probably 5 years old, maybe. And as a family, we were on a bus, and I started narrating the story about an Indian prince. Naturally, after reading all the Amar Chitra Katha stories, I was bound to say something like that. And I narrated that story first to my mother. It was completely something new. And I narrated each sentence basically as I went on. So that was my first time as a story, about how this warrior fought, how many, what are the magical weapons that he had. And also, when I first narrated it to the story to my mother, first I talked about, you see this arrow, right? Something like a magical arrow, but then instead of an arrow, I told sword. I said, using his bow, he could throw a sword. He could put a sword onto the bow and he could use it. And then my mother said, actually, swords are too heavy for a bowstring to push, so it won't work. That's when I first found my beta editor, who is my mother. She's in the meeting too. And that was, and then after I told her that story, I went on narrating the story to every member of my family in that bus. So that was my first time as a storyteller. And myself being 5 years old, I had no idea I'd end up talking about storytelling, about writing, about me being an author. I never knew I hadn't even considered writing as a profession or a career at that point. And then for the first time, I remember writing was around the same time, maybe a little around the same time. I had written a superhero story from one of the TV shows. I was inspired by one of the TV shows that used to go on, the cartoon shows that used to go on TV. And also you had these little superhero action figures. So I was inspired by those elements, and I wrote a story with all the action figures that I had. And the next day, what I did was I wrote it all down in like 3 pages. I went and I sat in front of my class. I told my class teacher I have a story to read, and I read it to my entire class. I took about half an hour of the first period, and the teacher was a bit agitated. So what she did was she grabbed the book from me and she tried to read fast. But then she looked at my handwriting, which was pathetic, and she stopped reading herself. She gave it to me. She said, please go and sit down. Class is almost over. So let me take class and you can later on read the story. So that was my first time as a writer, but still I didn't know I'd in the future somehow become an author. I did write a few stories from then, but it wasn't like it's something that I do very often. It's something I do very rarely. So for the first time I considered writing as a career was when I read this book. I'm pretty sure that of the few writers that I knew, few young authors that I knew, they were all inspired by, I'm pretty sure they're all inspired by Harry Potter. They read it and then they thought, ooh, this is a good book. I want to become like J.K. Rowling. I want to write and I'm going to become an author as young as possible. That's probably how every young author out there started. I started out like that. And I was probably 8 years old by then. So I naturally, after reading Harry Potter, I started writing a fantasy story about, there was a bit of science in there, like a really little bit. I thought of writing about a fourth dimension. This is a picture of the fourth dimension from a movie I really like. So I started writing a story like that. I wanted to write a story like that. So I formulated a story. And then the next day, what I did was I told my cousin. And he said, that's a really stupid story. I'm going to change your story entirely. And we came up with a totally another story, which started with these lines. It was the 48th century with all kind of technology, far better than Earth. Technorak was a peaceful planet far in the galaxy of Almain. Technorak was the most futuristic planet in all of existence. I'm pretty sure you all know how this went on, right? There's a prince, he uses all his technology and he has a secret mission. He has to fight a war with another planet. And it's a cliche fantasy sci-fi sort of story that I worked on for probably 3 to 4 years, definitely, before ending up with a big realization that this story is going in the wrong direction, and that it has to be developed in such an exponential rate that it wasn't practically possible. So I realized that I had to put this down and start from scratch. So I started working on a blog after the advice of my mother. She told me, instead of writing this book, what you can do is you can go ahead and you can write a blog, and people can start reading what you write right now. So the first story I wrote was called The Aviator's Life. It's about a United States Air Force pilot who he has a few unfortunate situations which he has to cross, and finally he proves himself in the last mission. So that's the first story I wrote. I called it I called my blog The Confessions of a Story Addict. And this is the logo of it, which I made later on, probably a few months ago. So after that, I also started writing in a few competitions. There is one competition called Readsy Prompts. It's a weekly competition where thousands of people participate and only one is selected, and the winner will be gifted $50. And now it's changed, the terms have changed, so you could check that out. And I also wrote in a few other competitions as well. And one of those competitions was held by Read Publications, which was a startup. And that competition, it was a short story competition, and I had the inspiration to write an Indian story about it's a period thriller, and it happens in a tea estate. So I had to write, I wrote that story to Read Publishers as a short story competition, and on July 13th, I submitted the story on May 20th, and on July 13th, I received the mail from Read that I had won the first prize in that competition. And subsequently, the mail said that this is such a great story that we would like to publish it into a novel or a novella, whichever way you would like it. So that's how my life completely turned over. My style of writing changed. My genre of writing changed. Everything completely in my writing changed. So I call that my point of change. And that was July 13th, 2020. For about 2 months, I worked on writing it. And then for a few months after that, the editor and I sat and we edited it. And on January 4th this year, it was the book was published in Odyssey. It's now available on Amazon, on the Odyssey website. And yeah, you can find it in Google Books as well as an ebook version. So please do check that out. I'll put the link in the chat box once I'm done presenting. And after that, there were a few opportunities that came up. First off, it was from Hasni Lakshminarayanan, who runs First Step. And she came to me first to interview me about my journey as an author. And I wrote, we sat on an interview, and it's now on YouTube. Go check that out as well. And I am now an editor in her blog, and she writes for the Hindu newspaper as well. So for all the writers and any content that basically goes through the First Step website and many other mediums, it all comes through me, and I have to edit it, and then it will be published in whatever medium it's going to be published in. So I am thankful for that opportunity, which came up because of my work in writing. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm also thankful for the opportunity that came up from 100K Deeds challenge. From actually, I had a schoolmate who messaged me saying, congratulations on your book. I'm part of this organization called Mon Impact, and we're running a campaign called 100K Deeds Challenge. We'd like you to be a part of that team, and we're basically, the mission of the 100K Deeds Challenge is to spread awareness about the SDGs and have people submit deeds to them. We are collecting deeds, and by the end of the year, we are planning to we've set a goal to collect 100,000 deeds, and we are at a fast progress rate there. So that's going on. I'm part of there as a co-head of India. I'm heading India region with that same school friend. And I'm also the assistant editor with the press team of 100K Deeds Challenge. And I'm grateful for those opportunities as well. So I'd like to finally end with a message. It's that all that you've seen here is a brief way of saying this is my journey. But then there are so many different strings that are attached to that journey. Say, if I had never known about read-in publications, I probably would never have written the story. I probably would never have been published, and I probably wouldn't be here right now presenting this. There are so many different strings attached, and there are strings over strings, and there are several million thousand, possibilities that could have, if changed, could have led me to a much worse position. And so I'd like to say that there could have been several different possibilities with you in several different places, which could have been worse. So be thankful for the position that you are in. And also, I have this motto that no story ever ends, meaning your story won't end. There will be always people who remember you, but how many people will hear your story? So taking action in such a way that people will hear you and people will hear your story forever and ever. Action is the one thing that you can do. If you think you're good at something, don't leave it, work on it, and somewhere, somehow, those strings that I told you about, they will lead you to a position that is better than where you are right now. And with that, I'd like to end this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you so much. It was just like, inspiring, literally taking away how an young boy could inspire in such a way. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much, Akshay, for being, around us. This is how.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. It was a great honor to be amidst so many people, talking to so many people. It was a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
I'm just bringing on all the panel members onto board now. Prasiddhi, good evening. Yeah, I'm just bringing you up here. Dilip, can I have you here? I'm just bringing you onto stage. Alran, can I have you here? Yeah. Your video is off. So Alran, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, yes, I would like to add something. First, I would like to congratulate all the young speakers like Hasni, Prasiddhi, and Akshay. So, and thank you all for giving a wonderful speech, and that inspires us. Even this is the age doesn't matter. So that's what Hasri talked about. So it was a wonderful speech, and thank you so much for giving this wonderful speech to us. And Rahul, And I'd like to thank you too for connecting all these young minds with us. Yeah, thank you, Rahul.
Thank you so much, Arvind. And Arvind sir is the principal of Aroken Academy School. So I think he has a issue with this video. He is cannot join. Dilip is the vice principal of Gita Jeevan Arts and Science College. My good friend Dilip, you wanted to add something to the speakers?
Sure, it is again indeed a great privilege for us to be a partnering with this particular event, Kids Conclave, Kidspreneurship. So we have come across with several words, startupreneurship, agripreneurship, entrepreneurship, and many things. But it is a very new term when I was hearing it from Rahul, Kidspreneurship. So literally, to be very frank, we are highly inspired out of the three speakers who have made their wonderful presentation. So the words, it goes like this: thousands of journey begins in a single step. And it is not on the age, it is on the single step. And I'm very much inspired by through Prasiddhi, Hasini, and Akshat on your way, because the single step that what you took, even age doesn't matter. By the age of 6, Prasiddhi has moved with the headmisters. Even at this age, we people will very much reluctant to talk with the principal, headmisters, and headmasters of the schools. But see, at the age of 6, Prasiddhi has went on, collaborated with all those institutions and organizations, and have achieved. Likewise, Akshat. Okay, today even our students, BA English program students, have also joined with us in this program. But think of it, how many of them will write a story? I can have a bigger question mark. But see, it was Akshat. You are very good in writing all those things. So the moment when you're presenting, I was going on observing all those things. And Hasini was highly inspired. The first step is always the first step. Okay. So the three people have done very well, and continuously we Gita Jeevan Arts and Science College, in association with the Silvering Foundation, Atas Labs, and the startup brand, will continuously, along with our big PU, we will continuously will support you in all your endeavors. You can also keep in touch with us. You can approach us. So Gita Jeevan Arts and Science College will be also one among the supporter for you. So recently we have also, I have filled my form, Change Maker, in the Prasiddhi Foundation. Okay, you have shared one link now. We have filled everything, so we are very much happy. And it is again a new thing for people of youngsters in particular, because that's what Swami Vivekananda has said. When you're giving 100 youngsters to me, I will change the entire nation. Now I'm saying it is not on youngsters, it is on the kids. If 100 kids like you are there in the Indian, recently our chief minister has announced for a $1 trillion economy. But if kids like you are there in the nation or in the state, definitely not even a 1 trillion, you can even go more. So with this, I'm very much happy, and I congratulate and compliment all the three resource persons, Akshat, Hashini, and Prasiddhi, for taking your time and accepting the invitation, and have joined us this morning and have shared about your rich experience. Today it is very difficult. People of higher level of entrepreneurs will not share their rich experience. But even at the very young age, you people, you are very good in your in the field what you're doing, and it is very great for us to hear from you about the rich experiences what you have shared. And I thank the man behind the success of this program, Mr. Rahul. Tireless work 24/7. We can see the hospital with the name board 24/7. The hospital will be kept open. The same thing without a name board 24/7. If there is a person behind, it is none other Mr. Rahul. A special congratulations to Rahul ji for taking much more efforts in organizing many programs, and all these programs are the need of the hour, which will make inspire and ignite others in particular. So thank you very much, Rahul ji, and thank you all the three resource persons. So let's keep in touch with us if time permits. If the situation comes normal, I invite all the three people to my institution in an offline mode. So surely I'll talk our NSS program officer, YRC program officer to get connect with Prasiddhi, and Prasiddhi can also collaborate with Gita Jeevan Arts and Science College in the Prasiddhi Foundation. So thank you very much to everyone, and thank you for the opportunity which was provided. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dilip sir. So I'll go for a quick Q&A. This is Rahul here. So Akshat, you might not have identified who is talking. This is Rahul talking. Now I have a quick question to three of you. So just two questions. I'll start with Hasini. One, what is your biggest inspiration, and how do you want to inspire people?
my biggest inspiration. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, my biggest inspiration would I mean, I have so many inspirations, but if I had to call out one, I'd say either my dad or Sujit uncle or Kumaravel sir. So I can't split up amongst these three people because all of them have achieved on their own. So yeah, only because they belong to various fields and all of them are successful in everything. Probably because not only do they are successful, they also ensure to inspire other people. So that's one good thing which I can call out in all three of them, including my dad, if I can mention, then Sujit uncle and Kumaravel sir, the founder of Naturals, and Sujit sir, who is the founder of Matra Foundation. And I aim to inspire children that way, that they also carry a motive tomorrow to inspire many more other people. That's how I want to invest in young minds. So yeah, that's what I would probably use for.
Thank you, Hasini. And likewise, and what are the three key takeaways you wanted to give to this beautiful people out here? Three advices, not in terms more than advices. I just want you to say about three things which this young community has to work much more deeper.
Probably, voicing out your likes and dislikes. I guess most children are probably, not voicing out, maybe because they're scared of this society, or probably by their parents itself. Like they might have a wish to go, learn something, but they either be forced or just feel insecure to speak it out. So always feel to speak your mind out. That's one thing. And the second thing which I mentioned in my talk as well is something called creativity is a flower you got to let grow. So yeah, learning is very fun and exciting. And the same way, childhood is one probably which you can only experience for quite a period. It's very, very precious. It's the only time where you can possibly experience everything. So just don't waste that. Do whatever you like. Enjoy this term, and that's about it. And thirdly, first step matters. That's the only thing which I can say. And of course, you would have seen that from my talk. And there are a lot more which you can take back, not only from my talk, from Prasiddhi's. She proved that age is just a number, better than me. From Akshat, that, even though there are a lot of negativity, it doesn't mean that you can still not, succeed in your future. You could. Past is not equal to future. So there are a lot more which you can take back home. So, and yeah, a lot. So yeah, that would be it.
Thank you, Hasini. And coming back to Prasiddhi, Prasiddhi, same question. You have a lot of inspiration, but you also have talked about. I was traveling with you in a couple of lot programs like this. I know who's your inspiration and how much your family is supporting. But this is not my question here. My question to you is very simple. So, how do you want people react to this nature? Or how kids can promote social entrepreneurship?
Actually, adding to Mr. Rahul is, this is what the question I was thinking to ask at the very last, because there may be many rejection even at the age of like Rahul, and if I go and approach many organization, we'll be getting rejection. But how come being as a kids, you people are getting succeed? This is the question which was lingering in my mind, and we are very much happy to hear from you.
So, well, when it comes what they want to react towards nature, then I'd like to say that nature is the entire part of this world. We have to get connected with nature and start learning, because and when it comes to promoting the social entrepreneurship and that, I'd like to say that the world is in desperate need of entrepreneurs, people who can act rather than just raising voice and create an impact. And we might, so I'd like to say that the world is facing unprecedented challenges and humanity is faced with a choice. a choice to go on an unsustainable trajectory or stop, listen, or learn from nature. The solutions to many of the problems we encounter are woven in the fabric of the natural world. And so we all have to become impact creators, change makers, and take our own small steps. It might be that we might feel that our step is so small. What impact will that make? But I'd like to remind you about the power of a small 4 millimeter seed, which has the potential to grow 400 feet tall tree. And so we all have to join hands together, take our small steps, either by planting trees, by shopping second-handed, or using less water, or becoming sustainable. We have to do whatever we can to take either it's a small step or big step, because every step makes a big impact. And so as I mentioned, we might be just 1/4 of the population or 25%, but we are 100% the future. And so for this, for making students aware and people aware, I took my new initiative of G3, which has 3 Gs: generate your own oxygen, grow your own food, and gift the community. Where this is an entire curriculum with 2 elements, where I connect with children, with students, and I tell them about the environment and how they can get connected. So this is the City Forest Foundation's initiative. And over there, we even give them a kit through which they can connect with nature and start getting connected. And we have experts globally who tell them and make them understand about the environment and take their own initiatives. So you can also join me in my initiative, and together we can create a better future.
Thank you, Prasiddhi. Thank you so much for that kind gesture. And coming back to Akshat. Akshat, I have got a question to you. One simple question. So you have talked about all long life journey. So content writing is one of billion-dollar industry now. Getting quality content writers has been very difficult, or even content writers they charge closer on the millions of money to make. But in a very young age, you have authored a book. You said where the inspiration came from. In this context, what message you wanted to give to the children out there? Three quality takeaways you want to give to those children. What will be that?
Okay, from my context, this is a bit different. What I'm trying to say is, but when coming to a general context, we can take the word art instead of writing. Whatever the art that you have passion in, or not even art, whatever your passion is, what you can use it is you can use it. You can spread a word, right? So whatever your passion is, you can use it to spread a word. For example, when I wrote my first book, The Italar Tea Party, I wanted to talk about what the labor issues were when the British were there. That was one key point. That was actually the starting point of what, when I started to write it, that was the starting point. Although there was a story behind the inspiration, I wanted to use it to spread a message. And that message was that during the British period, there were a lot of laborers who had a lot of problems, and I wanted to spread that message using my, my art. So my passion, right? So when you have a passion, when you are noticing that you're growing, when you notice that there is some growth in your passion, when you work on something, there is growth. And when you get that growth, you would want to give back something to society. And that something would probably be a message. It doesn't have to be a social message. It doesn't have to be, it can be any sort of message that you want to send out to the world. And writing is just one of those ways to send those messages. There are actually very, very diverse sorts of ways to spread messages like that. So just the one thing that I would like to say is that spreading messages is just that one thing you should use your passion is, that you should spread your message. And secondly, what I'd like to say is that no matter what the barrier is in front of you, you look at you look at your journey, and there will be a barrier in front of you. That barrier you'll be able to cross. It's not like you will never be able to cross. It is not like that. And so when we take a look at that journey is called life. In the end of that journey, there will be success. In between, there will be small barriers called failure. That barrier you can cross, but success you cannot. You can reach easily when you cross those barriers. So don't think of failure as the end of your journey. The end of the journey is success. Failure is just a barrier that you have to cross. So that's another thing that I'd like to say.
Thank you so much, Akshat, for that. With this, I think we are on time to say close to this program. Thank you so much, Hasini, for spending your time, schedule. You are super busy. People, Prasiddhi, they have a lot of talk series. Akshat have a lot of things to do, but still you have managed your time to give this session for this edition one. And this is what I have to do a lot of programs with Hasini. Because officially inducting Hasini to Startup Grind family to a lot of programs. This is just in edition 1, we have edition 2, edition 3, edition 4, and come on. And thank you so much, Hasini. And first up, I really wanted to thank for the whole lot of effort you are taking, and thank you so much, Prasiddhi, for being, saying a yes to everything whatever people like me propose to you. Thank you so much, Prasiddhi, for whatever you say. Just really give an yes. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Akshat, for accepting the invitation and being here. You guys, you three are you guys are biggest inspiration to all people out there. People like me, even people who are in mid 40s or 30s would also have a lot of things to learn from you people. Thank you so much for being here us on behalf of Startup Grind Kanyakumari, Startup Grind Global Chapter, close to around 600 chapters in 130 countries. Altogether, Startup Grind globally, we want to thank you for accepting being with us. And also, I just wanted to thank first personally for supporting us, and thank you so much Arokane Academy for partnering this event. Thank you so much, Gita Jivan Arts and Science College. Thank you, Lenshot. Thank you, Career University, for all supports. Rendered once again, thank you so much for being with all of us here.